Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have made my return. Now, what does return retail? Well, I recently got inspired by a video series on YouTube that makes that creates at least three decks that and at least tries to make them good in OPO9 as of currently. And so I thought that seems like a good idea. Why not I try it myself? So as you can see, we're going to start with the beginning, ST01 Luffy. Now, it's been akin to being a very bad Shanks. However, it's still Shanks nevertheless. I do believe this deck can be used to have a bit of fun at your locals. So, we play 4 Kid and Killer. I believe it's pretty much staple for anything that's red. It's just really good. We play 2 Yamato. To Yamato specifically because it's you play Rested Don into 5k swing. That is very good. A lot of people say no, it's not. They're wrong. Play 3 Sanji. We'll play 4 Nami, 4 Zoro, 4 Dandadan. Oh no, not the anime, the card, Dadan, not the anime, the bloody card. We play 2 Silver's Rayleigh, 4 Shanks, 1 Roger. Actually, let's start with this. Not the Dadan is used to search for your one drops, and then your one drops mostly search your straw hats. Very simple, very simple. But pretty much self-explanatory to be honest. Now continuing on, we got Chopper, we got the one Nami, just most so you don't have to rely on Yamato, and it is searchable with Dadan, still very good. We play 4 Brook, 4 Luffy, 4 Sanji, 1 King Kong Gatling, 1 Diable Jumbe, and 3,000 Sunny. Now, there's a bit of a story with this. King Kong Gatling, I believe 1 is still good. I don't believe 2 would be. I don't think 2 will be sufficient. Just because if you don't get it on the trigger, it becomes very bad. But if it also but 1 you can still work with both with an either or scenario if you get this card effect off the trigger or off your main to at least put pressure on your opponent. Then we have Diable Jumbe. A lot of people still don't know how to play, still don't know to prepare for this card. And I've caught black, yellow Luffy's off guard for not preparing properly, and at least not having enough counter in hand. And that's how I've won most of my black, yellow Luffy games because I believe it's very easy. With 1,000 Sunny, it's a very uncommon card for if you're playing a deck like this originally, but now I believe it's necessary because a lot of things are like this mount battle map, so this is very useful. Not the reason why it isn't 4 is because you don't want to see 4 in hand. I've seen it; it is horrendous. And these numbers in general can be switched around, but this is just a starting point so that the average Joe can at least have something, and then you can just work around what fits how they play aggro, which is basically how you want to play Luffy in general. So that's the whole thesis of the reasoning behind the deck, and hopefully that the explanatory behind the deck is satisfactory. And so, I'll show you at least 3 games. 2 of them where I win. One where it shows what the problem is if you don't draw it properly. And then, yeah, that seems like a good idea. So in this game, I was playing against Blackbeard, and this is a very interesting one where I actually managed to do it. So I deploy Nami turn 1, and then just just left it at that because there was nothing really need to push towards. So there he is, dropping the dot Q, killing the Nami. Um, then just thought, hey, just get rid of all characters first, then swing for head. That was the thing that made sense to me at the time. And then just summon Chopper, just for defense. There he uses a search to search Jesus Burgess. Then he gets full lead island stage, searching This Is My Age. I'm guessing with this one he bricked a lot in this game, so that wasn't probably the best search for him that time. So there you got me blocking with Brook. My turn rolls around. 1,000 Sunny seems promising at that point. And then just swinging 7k at head. Just to rush him, just to get rid of cards of his hand. He took damage on that. Got the trigger, unfortunately, with the finger gun. I thought, yeah, that's doesn't make sense to try it again, because if he has another one, I might be in trouble. So just leave it at that. Pass turn. His turn goes around. Puts it on to teach. Or 2 to teach. I'm guessing he wants to push cards in my hand as well, but I'm pretty comfortable in this position, so it's not too bad in my opinion. Researching again, and then he uses Teacher's ability to negate on-play abilities. So right now we're on 7 dons, so we can now try to use either Killing Killer and Azora at this turn, but we'll see how this flares out. When I first swing with Luffy first, he got another finger gun. My goodness, that was embarrassing. And I thought that was really bad. He kind of just forced my hand for me to just pass turn. I still don't know why he didn't. Hang on, no, he summoned it last turn. He wouldn't be able to. Now he's just making sure that anything that's lower than anything that's lower than a 4 drop, that he will kill it like that, like a finger snap. And now he's just making sure that I can't do follow up. So luckily I'm a bit okay here. So what was it? I'm trying to remember what was my thought process here. Is that because there was nothing for me to swing at, just thought swing at head and then leave it at that, or recycling. Because I wanted to initially get cards into my hand because I had searched for fewer cards. That's why I dropped the Sanji. And then there he was going to kind of kill it with the Doc Q, followed up by, I bloody forgot the 5-drop, the black 5-drop that Teach runs. He uses finger gun again, and then he gets to Teach off the stage event. There he's using that again, and then because I've got 2 rushes that now pretty much can let me swing for 7k, might as well try to push a bit here. So thought swing 7, 8, and 8. I think it was what I was trying to do. There he takes damage there. He got the trigger for This Is My Age. Gets another teach. Swing 8 at lead. Don't know if he blocks this one. Yeah, he does. And then swing again, so for 8 again, and then he took this one, I believe. Still confused why he didn't swing with the Burgess immediately last turn. It was very confusing. But because now I can just take everything, and then now I got Diablo Jumbo, so he can't block it with the Teach. So it makes it's a bit very 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 confusing, in my opinion. Now he's trying to get rid of the dock cube, but I that doesn't make any difference. So yeah, that was my thought process. But now he's going to try and swing big, but it's too late for him already. Still very confused why it took that long. Oh, there we are. Now just Diablo Jumbe and then use the rest of one on him. Then just put everything on the Luffy. Use stage, give it 1,000, and then swing for game. Still very confusing that a lot of people still get caught off guard by this. So yeah, that was game one. So this game is against Black Yellow Luffy. Um, this game, these games are a bit more simpler because this deck has a lot of outs, and all this deck needs to do is just wait. And if the Black Yellow Luffy guesses incorrectly, then you've basically got the game. Because all you need to do is just Diablo Jumbo, and then they can't block with the Sabo. So first turn he gets the flat pay, and then goes Garp to search the kid's Sabo. There I just give him a Don, swing for 6k, and then swing at lead for 5. This, in my opinion, this game's a bit straightforward. Just it's not as that the Black Yellow Luffy is a bad deck. It's just that it's a bit of a clear strategy as to how to outplay the deck. There he's swinging into Zoro. I take it because it didn't make sense to take it immediately. Take it immediately right there. Searching an army of the Dadan. Just playing the Sunny and then the... Oh no, I'm going to swing first and then probably either search or drop the chopper. Yeah, we're going to drop the chopper there and then, yeah, pass turn there. Putting 2 underneath the Luffy and using ability, I believe. So he's gonna. I don't know which 2 he's gonna use. Which two cards he's gonna put in his life. Okay, so it's the Luffy and the Sabo. Just playing the Sabo, I imagine, because you no reason to at this stage to play the Luffy now, and especially because they're all lower costs, so there isn't much rush. There we block with the chopper, swinging it. Kuzan swings at head. I take that, and then I just do a bunch of searching here. Doesn't make sense in my opinion just to keep it all in hand, and especially where I've got thing where I can just give it a lot of attack. So what I'm probably doing is swinging at either head or Kuzan. Yeah, probably the Kuzan because they're probably going to go for removal, and yeah, now he just blocks with a Sabo. Not really much you can do on that turn if they have a Sabo and a Kuzan out. It's either go for head. Either way, they're very comfortable to block either position, whatever they feel like. A lot of this game is to make sure that you get your opponent off on the wrong assumption. So you can take that advantage of that and then just swing into head for game. Using ability again to bring double suppo. Brings out one suppo, just waiting why he didn't bring the other one out. Because hypothetically, he can just go for swing 13, and then on my turn, he'll be on just an 11k, and then I wouldn't be able to touch him. That's what I do here. Drop a Sanji. I'm trying to remember what the thought process was. I think it was just to make sure to get rid of the Kuzan at all costs. And then, yep, just swing into Kuzan, he blocks, swing 7k into Kuzan, he kills it. Yeah, I think just pass turn from there. Yeah. What I'm waiting for at the moment is because just waiting for the recursion to die down a bit, and so I could either go for Shanks, the Rayleigh, or the Roger. And if I can make any of the, if at least get one of those conditions to happen, then I'm in a good spot. I think he's gonna go for he's gonna go, if I remember correctly, he goes for a triple Sabo, which is mental in my opinion, because in my opinion that's just overkill. Nothing much said to that effect, to be honest. Yeah, take that life there. There's nothing much I can do. Probably have to cop the Dadan, something going to trash, and then 10 Don we drop the Shanks, which is pretty neat, and at least adds a bit of a less headache. So I think we swing Sabo first, and then we go. I think we leave the Sanji and then just go 12k to head. And it's got to be. I wish I could remember the reason for it, because I recorded these a bit long ago, and then I just had a lot of things happening. Put 2 Don under Luffy, swinging 8k at leader. I think we counter out of this one, and then I'm trying to see what makes sense, because retroactively, if I looking back on a game, you should think like, what else could I have done there? So bit of a learning curve as well as of this moment. Opponent swings 5k at lead, and I think we're okay for counter. And then worst case scenario, if he happens to have the outs, I should be all right. But I have to kill him next turn, otherwise I won't be able to do a lot, pretty much. Because I think because final turn, I either go Diablo Jumbo or I go Goldie Roger, and he's forced to either take the damage or block. And I think he just goes for the block here. So my thought process was try to basically to trick him into giving me the win condition so I win the game. So yeah, he swings 13. Just leave it at that, and then final turn because I knew I figured I might have had game here if I push him to use a blocker to deploy the Roger, replacing one of the Namis, and then I can just go 13 into head because he's on 11, and yeah, that gave me the game because he blocked Gold Roger's ability. You can't block and then expect not to be given the game. So that was game 2. So this one is against RP Luffy, and it's a bit awkward matchup because they're on 6k life and you're on 5k life, and it's very hard to sort it out. So I passed first turn. He searches an army. Yeah, this one gets a bit awkward. So get to search the wander up. Rested on attach. Swinging 7k into the leader. He takes the damage and passes turn from there. Yeah, gets very brutal because you're on a clock basically. And then swinging the rush, and then just 9k, 8k into leader. It's very misleading because you're doing well so far early game, but I was doing so far early game, but just because it's very uphill is very a very like one step above aggro for this, so it needs to catch up with quick, otherwise you just lose. This deck can do that, unfortunately. And then you have to either play defensively, playing the blocker, or you try to go for the win. Swinging into the Zerajura and then attacking the leaf for 9k. And this is where it goes to an oof moment. He gets an extra Dawn from leader ability, plays a Whitebeard, and now it's just pretty much game over from here because now it's the leader is on 9k, and if there's another one in hand, yeah, that'll be the end. That's the end of it. But yeah, this deck's very customizable, and I think if after a bit of time, I think it can be reproduced so that the older deck can beat the newer version of the deck. So yeah. And then he has a counter right there. It's so daunting. You're just going, yeah, you don't expect him to have the Dawn for that. He goes to Dawn onto the Whitebeard and attacks into the King Killer. It just now this is where the steamrolling begins, like, and double Oosters kid, like that how it just gets brutal, like just like that, like it's not fun. You have to take damage there. I've got no counter. Um, yeah, I had to put walls on that, otherwise you just bloody die. Um, yeah, there's the giant that just comes in clutch. Um, and then imagine he'll be like 3 extra cards, like just like that. Like it just becomes so painful. But yeah, that's probably all 3 of the decks, all 3 of the games. I think it's very customizable, and it can do something, especially with OPL 1011. Like there's a new version that basically does it twice, so it's not off the hook that you can still do. This could still be possible with OP 10. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.